Hi, I'm Maddie, creative designer and illustrator. I'm going to show you how to design and animate an illustration on your iPad using Linearity Curve and Linearity Move. In the first episode, I created a new vector illustration using Curve, Linearity's design tool. If you haven't watched the first part of this tutorial, go and check it out. You can find the link in the description below. In today's episode, I will focus on the second part of this tutorial, animating a vector illustration on my iPad using Move. To create a new animation project, I tap on the illustration I created in the last episode. I tap and drag the artboard on the scene builder line and I increase the scene duration. I zoom in using my fingers. I select the mouth. I move the playhead to second 2 and I change the shape and size of the line and of the lips. I select the node tool and I reshape the upper lips. Just like this, I've created a position and size transition on the line, and position, size, and path transition on the lips. I drag the handle of the animation bar to invert the animation. I tap on the multi-selection button. I select all the keyframes, copy and paste them. I repeat these steps to copy and paste keyframes for the lips. Copying and pasting keyframes is a useful way to repeat the transition along the timeline. I zoom in on the left eye. This time I tap on the pin icon. I place the playhead in the middle of the highlighted segment and I start editing the shape of the eye. I double-click the eye to edit the shape of the mask containing the pupil. Just like this, I've created a blinking effect. I move the playhead ahead and I copy and paste the animation bars to repeat the blinking. I switch to design mode. I tap and hold the eye and select duplicate. This way, I've duplicated the shape and the keyframes applied to it. I activate pinning and move it to the center of the timeline. I move the playhead to the middle point. I select the eyebrows and I move them up. I open the eye groups on the layer panel on the left and I select 2 groups that hold the pupils. I move the playhead to the point when the eyes are open. I select the pupils and I move them to the right. I move the playhead to the next point and I move the pupils to the left. Then I copy the start keyframe and paste it at the end of the timeline. I select all the groups that are part of the head. I tap and hold and form a new group. I select the new group and the hair at the back. I activate pinning. I move the playhead to the center of the segment. I move all the selected elements down a bit. After doing this, I move the playhead along the timeline. I copy and paste the transition to repeat the animation after a brief pause. With pinning active, I open the main group and I select the earrings. I give the earring on the right a rotation of -5 degrees, and I rotate the earring on the left by 5 degrees. I copy and paste the position and rotation transitions to repeat the animation. This is a cute secondary animation that makes the character feel more alive. When the head moves, the earrings move too. Time to animate the background. I start by selecting the right half of the wave shape. I've created a mask with a long wave inside of it. I open the group and I select the main shape. I move the playhead along the timeline and I slide the shape upward. I select the position transition and change the timing from natural to linear. I repeat the same steps for the two wavy lines. Then I switch to design mode. I copy and paste the group. I tap and hold and select Send to Back. Then I reflect and position the copy on the other half of the screen. I select the planet and rotate it, then I copy and paste the keyframes and the animation bars to repeat the animation as many times as needed to cover the entire length of the timeline. I select the smaller planets. On the right panel, I open the preset library. Here, I select the animation preset called Breathe. I select the moon, I rotate it and resize it. Then I copy and paste the keyframes like I did for the big planet. I select all the 4-point stars. I apply the twinkle preset to all the objects with a pause between sections. Once I'm done, I select the animation bars for each object and I slide them along the timeline for a cascading effect. I select all the 6-point stars. I apply the tap preset to all of them with a pause in between. Once again, I slide the animation bars along the timeline. This way, the transitions will start at different points. When I'm ready, I tap the arrow on the top left corner and I export my animation. And this is the final result, a magical vector illustration entirely animated on my iPad using Linearity Move. This is the end of today's animation tutorial. Thank you for following along. I hope that this video helps you in your art journey. Have you ever tried animation before? Let me know in the comment section below. Like and subscribe for more magical art tutorials. Ciao!